Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's second video, day 10 will take us to the 15th of November, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Maybe into around a couple of weeks, and we're going to have a look at the Beige Climate Centre and the CFSV today. Quite unusual. On Thursday, we just normally look at Beige Climate Centre, but I thought, why not? You know, include Beige Climate Centre and the CFS. Today, because CFS has brought out quite an interesting run today that we'll show you at the end of the video. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to say thank you so much everybody for getting us to 8k subscribers. So, just before the live stream last night, just before 6 o'clock, we hit 8,000 subscribers for GavsWeatherVids. What a phenomenal number that is. And yeah, there's the confirmation. This is GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage. And there it is, 8k subscribers for GavsWeatherVids. So been on the grind to 8k for a few weeks now. We reached 7k on the 1st of July. So just over 4 months on, and we've hit 8k subscribers. So yeah, we seem to be putting on like 1,000 subscribers a season at the moment. That's pretty good rate of subscribers for GavsWeatherVids. I've never put on subscribers like that as quickly as that before. So just thank you so much everybody for getting us to 8k subs. You know, telling your friends, telling your family, and everything, and get us to 8k. And of course, if you are new to the channel, then please, you know, drop us a little note in the comments. Or join the live chat with the live streams. And, you know, we've put on so many new subscribers, so there must be a lot of new people around the channel watching videos at the moment. So please let us know if you're new, and let us know what you think about the content about the channel and whatnot. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting us to 8k subs and for all of the support. Now, as we said, we are going to be giving away a £30 Amazon voucher when we get to 8k subscribers. But it moved a little bit more quickly than I anticipated. I didn't think I would get to 8k subs quite that quickly. So, you know, in theory, I probably should have given the Amazon voucher away last night, but I wasn't really set up for it, and I want to give everybody a little bit longer to get in to the competition, because we only started opening it up to people on Sunday, and we'd already got to 8k by Wednesday. So I want to give people a few more days to get in. Well, we're going to be giving away the Amazon voucher worth £30 on Sunday's live stream, or in Sunday's live stream. You've still got until Saturday. You still have until Saturday to get in with your entry. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that once this stops refreshing. Right, so there we go. So you come to GavsWeatherVids Discord. If you aren't yet signed up to the GavsWeatherVids Discord, then sign up to the Discord. You can find the link in the description with videos. Come to the giveaway channel, and you'll see this post just here from Savvy. So you just sort of add an emoji, a sunshine emoji, and that enters you into the giveaway. So that's what you have to do from the Discord end. If you aren't signed up to Discord and you don't intend to sign up to Discord, you can still enter. And you can do that by emailing me directly at GavsWeatherVids@gmail.com, or filling out the contact form on the website. Again, this is, and I'll leave a link to the feedback contact form at GavsWeatherVids.com with the description, or in the description with the videos. So basically you just do it through Discord, or you can email directly, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And yeah, somebody will win that £30 Amazon voucher in a draw in the live stream on Sunday. We'll be closing it to entrance Saturday evening, probably around 10 p.m. So please, if you want to enter this, you've got until Saturday evening to get into the prize draw, and then we won't be able to take any more entrants. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of the entrants so far, and it's been absolutely fantastic. And yeah, still a couple of days for you to get in and enter the prize draw, and somebody will win that Amazon voucher in Sunday's live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, all these tabs are refreshing, so I'm going to pause the video, actually, and I'm going to refresh tabs, so we won't have any more refreshing, because it is rather annoying. See those tabs refreshing, isn't it? So I'll pause the video, and I'll refresh all the tabs, and then we won't have any more of that. So I'll see you in around 2 seconds. Right, we're back. All tabs refreshed. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, just bring you up to date with what is now tropical depression, ETA, currently sitting over Central America, bringing copious amounts of rain and maximum sustained winds of 30 miles per hour with a minimum set pressure of 1,006 millibars. Clicking on this tropical depression and going just here, we can see that it is forecast to be back out into the Caribbean over the next couple of days. So current position is just there over central Honduras. By tomorrow, begin to move back out into the Caribbean and then starting to head in this direction up towards Cuba over the weekend as a tropical storm, powering back up to tropical storm and then moving up to Florida by the beginning of next week. Now, there is no suggestion at the moment that this becomes a hurricane again before it hits Florida. Nevertheless, need to keep a close on it. These things can power up very quickly. It did power up to near Category 5 hurricane status just before it hit, Central America. And it did so very unexpectedly. So strange things can happen with these storms. And we are going to have to keep close on it. But at the moment, it looks like it gets to Florida early next week as a tropical storm. Central temperature is looking like this. So the CT is standing at 9.6. That is provisional to the 4th of November. That is around 1.5 degrees above average. So it has been a very mild start to November. Although that is coming down quite a bit at the moment because we are having quite chilly days and cold nights. But over weekend into next week, that will start to lift up again as weather becomes milder. The reason weather is going to become milder is apparent on the 500 millibar height knowledge flow chart, Penn State University, for the next week, 10 days, with the ECMWF on the top and the GFS on the bottom. So the reason becomes apparent. This gets us to the middle of November, by the way, day 10, 15th of November. Reason is apparent. High pressure is to the east, low pressure is out to the west, and so we'll be drawing up a mild or even a very mild southerly to southwesterly wind. A lot of dry weather with this area of high pressure, but eventually below in the Atlantic might start to bring some spells of rain in from the west. So GFS is very similar, identical, actually a wall of high pressure again sits to our east with low pressure out to west. Winds are drawing up from a southerly direction. So again, the emphasis is on very mild weather with southerly winds. Quite a bit of dry weather, especially the further east you go. But with low pressure quite deep in the Atlantic, there could be some spells of rain coming in from the west as well. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at London today. Red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for London. Temperatures lifting up over the next 2, 3, 4 days, becoming very mild. Staying very mild over weekend into the early part of next week. Staying very mild through to the early part of next week. And then just a slow drop in the temperature, but still generally on the mild and average side, from the middle of November and even into the second half of the month. Generally a little bit milder than average then. There are a few colder outliers appearing as you'd expect in the extended range, but it's generally looks like quite a mild outlook, certainly to the middle of November, I think, and possibly in the second half of the month. Plenty of dry weather for the next 2-3 days, and then after that gradually starts to get a little bit more unsettled as we run through next week and into the middle of November, with some rain at times. Temperature anomalies from the 5th to the 13th of November are going to be milder than average, not just for the UK, but for most parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 5th to 13th of November are going to be drier than average. Mild and dry sums it up. And this is latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net showing that we are under high pressure now. So there's a large ridge sitting over UK and into Northern Europe as well, with low pressure actually up to the north, and westerlies are up to the north of the country as well. So yeah, high pressure is ruling the roost. Right, so this is how the latest UK Met Office midnight run is looking. Has high pressure to the east of the country on Sunday, and low pressure is out to west. Winds are beginning to pull up from the south, so it's beginning to get milder. as we move into the weekend, but some showing rain in the south and southwest. That takes us through to Monday, when again we've got low pressure out to west, high pressure to the east, winds up from south, so it's turning milder, but showery outbreaks of rain. And then up to Wednesday, 11th of November, again we've got low pressure out to the northwest, high pressure across northern and eastern parts of Europe. Winds are in from a south to southwesterly direction. It should be mild, potentially very mild by that point, with outbreaks of rain in the west. The GFS is looking like this. Again, low pressure is down to our southwest, high pressure is to our east. Winds are pushing up from a southerly direction, so milder as we go into weekend, but with some showy rain. Through the course of next week, we get these areas of low pressure trying to force their way in off the Atlantic, but all the time we've got high pressure reaching to our east and northeast, trying to battle against the low pressures and block their progress. So outbreaks of rain at times, particularly more west areas. East areas tend to be dry. What this does do is keep the winds from the south. So all the time wind is pushing up from the south to southwest. It will be mild, of course. That's day 10, certainly the 15th of November. By this point, the ridge is just beginning to collapse a little bit down towards the Black Sea, possibly starting to allow something a little bit more definitively unsettled in from off the Atlantic. Not for too long, though, because by the time we get through Tuesday, 17th of November, high pressure is building back to the south again. Low pressure being pushed away to the northwest. Winds are back up from a south-southwesterly direction. So still mild and probably turning a little bit drier. And look away now if you want cold weather, because when we start to set up the high pressure light to our south, we start to pull up a long fetch southwesterly. So all the way to the end of a GFS 6Z, which gets us to the 21st of November, we're looking mild, potentially very mild, with the driest weather in the south and the most unsettled weather up in the north. GM looks like that. So again, high pressure sitting across central and eastern parts of Europe, low pressure out to west southwest. Winds are pulling up from a southerly direction. That should suggest mild conditions developing into like weekend and the early part of next week. Through next weekend, the low pressure is trying to come in off the Atlantic, bring bouts of rain in from the west, and eventually that low pressure is breaking down the ridge, sending it over towards the Black Sea. So probably an increasingly unsettled flavour with the GM through to day 10, but still mild with winds in from south-southwesterly direction. That's how the ECM is looking as well. So Sunday, winds are turning into the south, and we're drawing up those southerly winds through the early part of next week, so it will be mild. Showery outbreaks of rain in the north and in the west too. Moving up towards day 10, the low pressure increasingly forcing its way in off the Atlantic, bringing spells of rain, particularly to more northern western parts of the country. The driest weather will be in the south and in the southeast. Winds up from the southwest to south, so will be very mild. Rainfall forecast based on that ECM run from Tibetio.com. So plenty of dry weather in the next few days. Early next week, just being turned a little bit more showery. And gradually it starts turning more and more unsettled, actually, with bouts of rain through the middle part of next week. By the time we get into the weekend, so this is Friday 13th of November, a band of proper wet weather spreading across the country then, and up to day 10 generally on the showery side. This is the option that's on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 15th of November. Have 51 out of 51 members of the ECM ensembles, with high pressure to our east and low pressure is to our west. Winds will be drawing up from the south, so mild or even very mild with those. Yeah, but reasonably dry. But this low pressure in the Atlantic could bring some spells of rain in from west at times. In 2 weeks' time, which gets us to the 20th of November, we have 34 members of the ECM ensembles, indicating high pressure towards Norway and winds coming in from the east. So with that one, should be reasonably dry, and maybe a bit colder as well. Maybe a bit colder there. There's 34 members doing this, maybe going a bit colder with more of an easterly flow by the 20th of November. 17 with high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. Winds are going to be coming in from a westerly direction with that. So obviously that's the mildest and the driest option. Let's just have a look at some long-range data. So this is FSV2. These are 500 millibar. No, it isn't. This is Beijing Climate Center, I should say. These are 500 millibar heights, breaking down to 10-day periods. The first 10-day period takes us from the 6th to the 15th of November. The coming week will have high pressure over country and out to west. Low pressure is up to the north. Winds in from the west. Should be a lot of dry weather and mild weather in the next 10 days. The next 10-day period is the 16th, 25th of November. High pressure is to the south, low pressure to the north. Again, reasonably dry, you would have thought, and pretty mild as well. Winds coming in from a west-southwesterly direction. Quite a change for the next 10-day period, because from the 26th of November to 5th of December, we're taking high pressure towards Greenland then, and into the North Atlantic. Trough of low pressure coming through here, but it's very close to going quite cold. That's very close to pulling in a cold northerly wind at the end of November and inside December. That might be a cold snap showing up there. And the final 10-day period is the 6th through to the 15th of December, with low pressure just to the north, then high pressure to the south. And it looks like winds are back in from a westerly direction. So going more unsettled as we go into December, after a cold snap, probably milder, with winds in from the west. CFSV2 looks interesting today, so this is where we're going to finish. These are 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 5th to the 11th of November. The coming week would be above average heights over to the east of the country, below average heights out to west. Winds are coming up from the south, so dry and mild or very mild in the in the week ahead. Week 2 is the 12th to the 18th of November, with the Scandinavian high to our northeast. Winds are pulling round to a little bit more of an easy direction, so that could be a little bit cooler. But I think generally it's still southerly with that, so dry and probably still really quite mild. Week 3 is the 19th to the 25th of November. We begin to move the high pressure into the country. This would cut off the southerly flow and start to pull the wind round a little bit more towards the northeast. That will begin to go a bit colder, but still lots of dry weather. And then week 4 is going to be the 26th of November to the 2nd of December, with high pressure to the north of Scotland. Winds are in from an east to northeast direction then, and that obviously could be starting to pull in much colder air from the east and from the northeast too. Look at the temperature anomalies for the next 4 weeks. So week 1, 5th to 11th, is obviously milder than average, and then we go through to week 2, which is very, very significantly above average. This was 12th to the 18th of November, very substantially milder than average then. But week 3, which is 19th, 25th of November, begins to suggest a little bit of a cool down starting to take place. And by the time you get through to week 4, which is the 26th of November, 2nd of December, you're actually going colder than average. Not just UK, but through most parts of Europe, going colder than average for the beginning of December. The Asian Climate Centre is also close to a cold snap in the beginning of December as well. So maybe we'll see something a little bit colder as we begin December. We shall see. Tomorrow we've got Jeremy Friday coming up, which we'll month ahead look at, and we'll also have a look at the weather for the next 6 weeks with the ECMWF. So lots of long range output tomorrow, and we'll see whether there is any suggestion in that long range output for colder weather early in December. But for the next couple of weeks, definitely the weather looks mild, so it looks like I've got plenty of mild weather to come for the next week or 2. Right, so that's it for video number 2 for today. We're going to have the second Christmas update for you tonight. Going to have a bit of fun, and yeah, part 2 of the Christmas countdown. We'll be with you probably around 7 o'clock this evening. So have a look at that. For this video, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.